Houston, Texas, May 4th, around 11:20 a.m. What begins as a routine stop at a gas station will instantly erupt into a brutal firefight, leaving a police officer fighting for his life. As part of a multi-agency narcotics investigation, officers from the Houston Police Department's Narcotics Division pull over a black pickup truck at a gas station. The driver is 23-year-old Jimmy Bryan. Officer Salih, a veteran of the force, approaches the vehicle. He asks Bryan for his identification. At this moment, no one suspects the situation is about to spiral out of control.
What's up, brother? Hey, how we doing? You in park? Is this your truck?
Yes, sir.
How long you been having it? Since how long?
2018.
All right, you got driver's license on you, buddy? Where you headed to?
Right now,
What?
I'm gonna go get a hotel.
Oh, all right, where at?
I'm not sure yet. Well, I was gonna take some of my stuff for storage.
Okay. You got any weapons in here, brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that an ankle monitor?
Yes, sir, it is. GPS, mom, out on bond.
What are you doing on your phone?
I was gonna show you some pictures of the truck when I
Of what?
first got it. The vehicle when I first got it.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. Let's get that ID.
Oh, no.
No, yeah, you're fine. You don't have any ID on you? Here, why don't you do me a favor? Take off your seatbelt and step out. Did you just hear me? Look at me. Take off your seatbelt.
Are you requesting me?
I'm telling you to take off your seatbelt and step out.
The officer asks Bryan to step out of the vehicle. In response, Jimmy Bryan produces a weapon and opens fire.
Partner, are you good? God damn it. Where are you hit? He's down, he's down. Hey,
While some officers provide first aid to their wounded colleague and apply a tourniquet, others apprehend the shooter, who was also wounded during the exchange of fire. Officer Salih was transported to the hospital in stable condition with a gunshot wound to the lower pelvic area. Jimmy Bryan faces 2 counts of aggravated assault on a public servant. Despite the severity of his injuries, Officer Salih survived thanks to the swift actions of his fellow officers. Linwood, California, June 9th. A quiet night in a Los Angeles suburb is about to be shattered by a desperate 911 call, setting in motion a tragic chain of events. A call comes into the emergency line from a concerned neighbor. He reports shouting, breaking items, and a possible break-in at the house next door. The dispatcher tries to get details, but the call drops. A moment later, the caller rings back, his voice trembling with fear. He says the intruder is armed with a knife. Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies arrive on the scene and make contact with the witnesses. They confirm that a female victim is inside the house. Looking through a window, a deputy sees 45-year-old Federico Rodriguez holding a pair of scissors. The deputy instructs Rodriguez to drop what he is holding. The suspect does not comply and moves out of sight to another part of the home. Heart-wrenching screams erupt from inside, prompting the officers to act immediately. They break down the door and rush inside.
Sheriff's Department!
Federico Rodriguez was transported to a local hospital, where he was later pronounced deceased. The female victim, thanks to the selfless actions of the officers, survived. A knife was recovered at the scene. On June 30th in Berrien County, Michigan, Deputy Cal Landon notices a suspiciously parked vehicle. A routine check will turn into a sudden chase and a deadly shootout where the officer will have to make a split-second decision. Officer Landon approaches the white sedan parked on private property. Inside are 48-year-old Joshua Coffey and his female companion. The conversation starts calmly, with no sign of the trouble to come. Suddenly, when the officer asks for identification, Coffey bolts and runs. The deputy immediately gives chase, ordering him to stop.
And I got one running for me on foot on South 3rd Street, heading south. Stop! You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get tased. Get the
Coffee slows down and raises his hands, pretending to surrender. But it's a deception. He suddenly turns, pulls out a handgun, and opens fire on the officer.
on the ground. Bearing, shots fired. South 3rd Street. One suspect down.
In a matter of seconds, the officer manages to react and opens fire. Joshua Coffey was pronounced deceased at the scene. A firearm was found clenched in his hand with his finger on the trigger. Officer Landon was placed on administrative leave, as is standard protocol. On June 12th, at approximately 12:30 a.m., an Arkansas state trooper was stationary on Interstate 49. His attention was drawn to a black Cadillac with a defective taglight, a routine violation that would soon escalate into a full-scale pursuit. As soon as the trooper began to catch up to the Cadillac, it sharply increased its speed. The driver clearly had no intention of stopping. The radar clocks him at 114 miles per hour. The pursuit was on.
TBI A and B, TBI A and B.
10-4 vehicle stop.
Nope, he's on the wrong way. Alright.
What's your play?
We're still, we are getting back on northbound, so. Negative, we're driving the correct way now. Northbound approaching the 62, speed 135.
And we're northbound approaching 62.
Northbound from 62.
Northbound approaching the 69, speed 130, no traffic. Northbound 69, no traffic.
What's up, everybody doing foot bell? Get up here, 41.
The lead patrol officer executed a tactical maneuver, causing the Cadillac to spin. Patrol units boxed it in, ending the pursuit. Officers surrounded the car, detained driver Michael Dorsey and his passenger, and placed Dorsey in handcuffs. Dorsey claimed his gas pedal was stuck and complained of injuries, but doctors found none. He was taken to Washington County Jail and charged with felony fleeing, unauthorized use of property, and multiple traffic violations. The passenger was unharmed. On May 17th, just after 5:30 p.m. in Sharonville, Ohio, a police officer attempts to pull over a vehicle for a fake license plate. This routine stop is about to escalate into a dangerous pursuit, leading officers onto a busy interstate. The driver, 54-year-old Alicia Bryant, ignores the command to stop. Instead, she rams the police cruiser and attempts to flee. The officer immediately initiates a pursuit.
We're Sam 22. They just struck my vehicle and they're fleeing now. Fleeing back onto Canal from Gorilla Glue. Looks like they're gonna be going northbound on Canal towards Chester. Don't have a speed yet. I'm still leaving the parking lot.
The The chase continues through city streets. The driver veers into oncoming traffic, creating a hazard for other motorists.
Continuing east on Kemper in the wrong lanes.
You said eastbound still, correct?
Yep.
Alright, I'm coming up on Reading.
22, we're still eastbound, approaching Reading. Eastbound on Kemper, approaching Reading, speeds are 80.
Full gas type 6.
22, we turned left onto Enterprise, headed north on Enterprise near Scarlet Oaks.
Side strike to your cruiser, what else do you want it for?
Traffic only. I think they're going to be getting back onto Enterprise. Yeah, back on a partnership from Qtall. Going through the business parking lot right now. They just ran off the road, going into the parking lot. Stand by. They're rolling through the parking lot of USUI.
Alicia Bryant narrowly avoids colliding with the patrol car, but manages to swerve away and continue driving.
Still back into the parking lot of Qtall. Almost hit another officer.
Go back out, Enterprise, cruise 6 out there, just to come back around on an Enterprise.
Yep, we're headed back to Enterprise, back where they originally entered into Qtall. We're going back that way.
The officer deployed stop sticks, but the suspect managed to evade them, and the pursuit continues.
Sticks missed. We are continuing eastbound.
This time, the stop sticks were successful. The front left tire was shredded to pieces, but the driver did not stop, continuing to drive on the damaged wheel. The tire was ripped to pieces, and the driver was forced to stop on the shoulder of the highway. But it's not over. Alicia Bryant makes a desperate attempt to flee on foot. Officers quickly close the distance, tackling her to the ground. The passenger, 45-year-old Kevin Gabbard, is also taken into custody. Initially uncharged, he would later face charges for drug possession and tampering with evidence. Alicia Bryant received a $100,000 bond for failure to comply, a $200,000 bond for assault on a police officer, and a $500 bond for drug paraphernalia. She also had expired tags, a suspended license, and an active warrant. Despite the chaotic nature of the chase, no injuries were reported. May 6th, truth or consequences. New Mexico. A New Mexico State police officer conducts a traffic stop on a white pickup truck. A license plate check revealed that the driver, 75-year-old Dennis Jones, had an active arrest warrant for a probation violation related to a sexual assault case. The officer approaches the vehicle. He calmly informs the driver about the reason for the stop, the arrest warrant. Jones appears to be looking for his documents, but his intentions are far more sinister. The moment the officer asks Jones to step out of the vehicle, the situation instantly escalates. Jones produces a handgun and points it at the officer.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
Despite being fired upon, Jones slams on the accelerator and attempts to flee. The officer rushes back to his vehicle, and a pursuit begins. The suspect is now not just a fugitive, but an armed man who just attempted to kill an officer.
Right now, we have sharp fire.
He's going up a High Winds Road up to a property.
The pursuit moves off the main road and into the desert terrain. Jones's truck comes to a stop in the middle of High Winds Road. The officer takes a tactical position, using his vehicle for cover. Jones opens fire on the officer again. A gunfight erupts. The officer, under fire, returns shots with his duty-issued rifle, attempting to neutralize the threat. After the exchange of gunfire, there is silence. Officers cautiously approach the pickup and find Jones unresponsive. The handgun he used was recovered at the scene. The officer was uninjured in the incident. Dennis Jones was pronounced deceased on the scene.